Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Slimer inflatable. It is something I bought on Amazon a few days ago for about $35, a little bit more. I'll put a link to it in the description below if you are interested, but I don't want to tip my hand too much as to what I'm doing this year yet, but you're going to find out as we get closer to Halloween that we're going to be exploring some Ghostbuster products, and I thought the Slimer would fit in perfectly. Originally, I was planning to use in this particular part of my display one of those Slimer sort of plush dolls, but I saw the inflatable. I thought, heck, why not just get an inflatable instead? Because I kind of feel like if I went with like the Ghostbuster or the Slimer doll that I saw at Spirit last year, I think, maybe a year before, if they even still sell it, I don't know, that someone might try and rip it off because it's going to be in an area that I'm not going to have my eyes on. And honestly, I don't think anyone's going to try and steal an inflatable, whereas someone might steal an actual prop that we're not keeping such a close eye on. So I'm not entirely thrilled with the look of this. I mean, this doesn't, I wouldn't guess that this is Slimer. I guess when you see any sort of green ghost, I mean, it's going to be a Slimer, but it doesn't really look like the movie Slimer. But it does have kind of a character. It's kind of cartoony, kind of fun, so I guess it'll work. But let's go ahead and open it up and see if when we inflate it, it actually looks that corny. So inside here, all right, got my shipping label, some instructions. We have, it looks like this must be the plug. We have a couple of small ground stakes. So obviously this is only a 3.5 foot tall inflatable. It doesn't need those big plastic stakes to really have to pound in. These are the little metal ones, just place right in the ground. So I'm not expecting too much presence out of this prop, but we're gonna see here in a second. So go ahead and put this guy over here, pull it out. So it is very small. Love this green color. It's very vibrant in person. I'm not sure you kind of get that off the box. I mean, the box kind of makes it look a little bit washed out, but it's definitely green and bright. So we've got the cord coming off here. Let's go ahead and plug it into the adapter. The plug only goes in one direction, so you'll know it's in the right way if it really presses in there. Go ahead and give it a tightening, and we are all set. Got an extension cord here. So let me go ahead and plug it in, see what happens. All right, took a second for it to turn on. That's perfectly natural. The first time you plug in an inflatable, happens all the time now. This is definitely going to inflate very quickly. It's such a small prop. There we go. All right, let's give it a second for the, wow, okay, those hands are actually quite in your face there. I love it. So let me just take a quick look at the box to see if it's supposed to do anything special. It just says energy efficient LED, easy setup, 3.5 feet tall, self-inflates in seconds. It lights up, that's all it says. So it doesn't blink, doesn't do anything special, but it's special just because it looks so fun. So let me go ahead and bring the camera in, we'll take a closer look. Here you can see his mouth, ready to eat anything and everything, but there's something about his expression here that just looks somewhat worried, not quite as mischievous or as fun, or even as scary as I would have hoped. Looks like his fingers are a little off. Let's see if we can adjust that. All right, I'm not sure, so it doesn't look like, I'm not sure I love the way that finger kind of does its weird little thing there, so it's not quite as, well, this one looks normal. He's thinking, I want just a very small treat, just a very small one. And then of course we have a jack-o'-lantern here that's pretty standard. And if we go ahead and turn him around, let's take a look at the back side. So nothing special on the back. He's pretty much a one-sided prop. You're going to want to keep facing your trick-or-treaters. So he did come with a couple of tethers. There's one tether on either side here, so you can keep him in place. I do find myself that it's easiest just to put a heavy rock or something in the bottom to keep it in place. The fan is out of the back, so if you have something heavy in the bottom, it's not going to be blocking that airflow. I guess the only other thing to do now is to see what he looks like in the dark. Now normally I would like to show you these outside, but we've developed a bit of a storm, so here we go. You can still see here in the dark room about how much light it puts out, which is a pretty good amount. You do have the bright LED bulb kind of right behind his mouth there, as you can see, so it shines a lot of light. However, it does kind of primarily focus it here in the arms and then doesn't really make its way up to the hands. So it's a little bit of a disappointment because you can see the shadow that's cast there, and it just kind of makes for an odd look in the arms. It's not likely it's going to be this dark. I mean, you'll probably have some ambient light around it. Anyway, I'm probably going to shine another swirling effect light just to give it a mysterious, ghostly look. All right, so what do you think? Now, ironically, as I was filming this video, I found that you can actually purchase this at Walmart, probably some other stores as well. And I believe it comes in a 4.5 foot version. This again was the 3.5 foot version, so I think you could get a larger one. And believe it or not, I think it's actually cheaper than what I paid on Amazon. So I don't know what to say about that. So if you're interested in one of these, be sure to shop around. But in the meantime, let me know, what did you think of the Slimer Inflatable? Is it something that you would want to incorporate into your haunt? Are you doing a Ghostbusters theme, or have you done one in the past? I'd love to know your tips and tricks. So I'd like to hear from you. Till next time, guys, thanks for watching. Stay safe, take care, and happy haunting.